dog.
Episode 167, Your Mother Ate My Dog, the podcast. Hey, you ever heard of 6-7?
I have. Once or twice.
Well, it didn't exist 100 episodes ago for us, but it does now. So there you go.
We couldn't make that before, but now we can.
Yeah, Boss Highway.
That's how we rope in all the Gen.
No, I think I need to.
Gen Zers.
I think I need to consider other options for recording. I'm at my wit's end, if you will, with this.
So Riverside, count your days. Right. We've been spending hard money on you, and
maybe that's the problem. I mean, I would never get the money now. But anyways, how are you?
For this performance, I'm doing pretty good. I recently purchased a Sportsnet subscription. I've been watching hockey. Watched the game tonight. Did you watch the game tonight?
No, I didn't. But I did see it was 3-0 at the end of the first period. I'm like, well, so much for that. But then they lost, so that's great.
Yes. That's good, because I don't like Quinn Hughes. Us Canadians aren't fans, I tell you.
Nobody.
But he's out now.
Nobody in Vancouver. He's out now. Yeah, I have been watching a little bit.
Certainly
Montreal.
In Vancouver.
Go for Montreal, but yeah.
That's who I want to win, but I like McKinnon, so I'll be all right with him winning. Now, what about you? What's new with you?
Oh. Why do you like McKinnon?
Because he's a really good player and he's Canadian.
I have the biggest forehead I've ever seen. Yeah, okay. I don't like McKinnon. He's a crybaby. Big crybaby. Him and McDavid. Anaheim. Okay. Go for Anaheim. They're the underdogs.
Okay. Would you say that McKinnon's a good player?
Sure. Sure. Yeah. He's fine. I just hate him.
I mean, sure. Okay.
He's fine.
Do something
how many gold medals?
How
many Olympic gold medals?
Canucks fan. Okay.
Yeah. Since we're delayed,
Olympic
really
silver
annoying,
medals.
I'm just going to hold up. Exactly. I'm just going to hold up a question here, and then you just answer it whenever you feel like.
Oh, that's Pringles.
Congratulations, it's Pringles. Okay, I have another question here for you.
I'd love to answer it. Grapes.
Correct.
Raisins.
Last one.
Bugles.
3 for 3. Good job.
Thank you. Wow, we really are delayed. 5-second delay.
Yeah, it's real hard. It's real hard here. But what can you do? What can you do? You go to one place, one side of your house, another side of your house, it's the exact same issue. Because we can just talk through our phones. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's okay. I mean, people don't come here for the professionalism, okay? They come here for the banter. Come for our important feedback on films. So they're willing to wait 5 seconds between two people speaking.
Yeah, I just have to start talking before you end your sentence.
Yeah, you have to predict what I'm going to say.
Yeah. Yeah, no, nothing new with me, I believe. Nothing important. Nothing I want to talk about. Got a haircut. Shave my
Mm-hmm.
face. Oh, hey, you ever heard of the hantavirus?
Yes.
Because of Gene Hackman's wife. She died of the hantavirus, and then now it was on that cruise ship.
Right. Well, let's just hope that we have a little better sort of global response to that, and just keep it that way.
Well, did you hear that there were a few Canadians on board?
I did. And that they're isolating here on Vancouver Island.
In Victoria specifically, yeah.
So that's a nice thought, isn't it?
Yeah, my throat's a bit scratchy. I have a craving for salt. So it's in the air.
Oh, yes. That's a common one. Salt craving. Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, with that lovely topic,
I'm thinking of
shall
a
we
number
move
between
on to the
1 and
film?
100.
Oh, okay. I can tell you. It's 47.
It's 98. Yeah.
That was tough
Let's
to get one to get.
Let's talk about the film. Lost Highway.
Are you eating
David
some
Lynch.
potato chips or something?
We saw Mulholland Drive.
Oh, those are sour snakes.
And now they're sour snakes, yeah. They're called twin snakes, but sour.
Yeah, one side is sweet,
we're
one
throwing
side
all
is sour.
courtesy out
I'm
the window,
familiar.
yeah. We're throwing all courtesy out the window because what is this? What are we doing here? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Lost Highway, 1997. We watched Mulholland Drive already. That was later, I believe.
Yeah.
And then there's a third film in this trilogy, but we're probably not going to get there. You gave it 3.5 stars on Letterboxd, but how did you really feel about the film?
Well, it wasn't one of David Lynch's best in terms of the ones that I've seen. I mean, it was very David Lynch. I'll give you that. It's, plenty of weirdness going on. A lot of what's going on, what's the point of this? But, yeah, perhaps not. Didn't quite deliver as some of his other films have done.
Something I'm just thinking about right now is that Mulholland Drive, Lost Highway, a lot of car related stuff.
That's true. The Elephant
They're
Man
best connected.
Probably is.
Racer Ahead.
Mm-hmm. What's funny is you mentioned we've seen
that
Mulholland Drive. Mm-hmm. But what else did we watch? The Straight Story.
Right, but that's not really a David Lynch movie.
How is that not really a David Lynch movie? It's literally directed by David Lynch.
Well, when you think of a David Lynch movie, yeah, but okay, a Straight Story is about it's like based off of a real life story. It's based off of a true story. Lost Highway is not based off of a true story.
But you could see hints of Lynch in the Straight Story. No.
The music?
Yeah, the music, yeah. some of the crazy lady who kept running into deer or whatever. I don't know. It was there, kind of. You got lots of pretty sounding birds outside your windows.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, those. Yeah. Those are birds. If there's one thing about this podcast, is that they're not going to hear it, but the internet sucks, but the microphone's great.
That's true. You can hear everything. No problem. We come in loud and clear for all of those listening at home. Sweet, sultry sounds of Your Mother Ate My Dog, the podcast.
I think we're getting closer on our delay.
This is great news.
It's like 2 seconds now instead of 5.
Okay, I'm going to say a fruit. And as soon as I say the fruit, I want you to say it back, like the instant you hear it, and then we'll be able to tell the delay. So the fruit I'm going to say is an orange.
Banana. Okay, we'll do that again, because I made a joke of it. Do it again.
Okay, the fruit I'm going to say is strawberry.
Strawberry.
Okay, so about like 2 seconds. That is much better.
It's not that good. It's not that good at all. Okay. So, Lost Highway. 97 Lynch film. A little wild. I mean, it's an aside here is obviously the cast. There's some well-known people in the cast. You got Bill Pullman. You got the dad from Casper. Patricia Arquette is the sister of David Arquette, married to Courtney Cox in the past. But then you have like your Robert Blakes, who played the mystery man who killed a woman a little after this. And then you have one of the detectives, the portly fellow with a mustache.
Mm-hmm.
He was like a real life cop detective that went into acting, but he was mob connected, and he ended up going to jail for having like mob connections, and then he died in jail. So that was cool. That's interesting casting here. I mean, Robert Blake, obviously, he did pretty well, and then Robert Loggia. He was in Over the Top, obviously, with Sylvester Stallone.
He's also in Big. That's what I know him most for.
He's in Big, yeah. But I believe this is his last film. There's a lot of last films for people because they all died or whatever, or murdered or end up in jail.
Mm-hmm.
So interesting cast for sure. Never even heard of Balthazar.
Balthazar, yeah, but I think he's been in some stuff.
Yeah. I'm sure he has been.
Nothing too famous, but some stuff. Yeah, I mean, did you read my Letterboxd review?
No. Well, I did. Okay, honestly, I did, but I don't remember anything about it. It was long.
Well,
it was full of smart, important stuff, but I didn't understand. Much like the movie.
Okay. Well, I do tend to put longer reviews on real films. Put it that way. I'm not going to write a long review about Over the Top or something like that. But one thing I did say is that I find David Lynch can do sexy very well. Like Mulholland Drive, very sexy movie. And this was sexy in some ways. And if you've seen Blue Velvet, that can be sexy in some ways. But also if you've seen Blue Velvet and you've and you've seen this movie, you know that it can go from like really sexy to really disturbing very quickly. I think that's something he's good at doing.
I think it's the lighting.
Could be the lighting. That's it.
And there's like a wind machine, like smoke.
Right. I think the smoke takes it from sexy to not sexy.
Yeah, perhaps. Hey, Vamp Frost, saw your
What's Van Frost want?
thing. You just saw your name. But you told him not to show up, which is interesting.
Wow, we got this. I would like to read this comment. This totally real person.
Please do it.
Yo, I rarely type in chat, but your consistency caught my eye. Most creators stop showing up when chat is quiet, but you're still bringing energy. That says a lot. I run my own Twitch community. Oh, here we go. Here comes the sales pitch. And every now and then I come across creators who stand out early. Early is a stretch. We've been doing this for like 4 years. There's a reason I'm reaching out. If you're open, hit me on Discord. And then they give... Well, thank you very much, Lynn Schmidt 37. We'll take that into consideration.
We do. We are consistent. I'll give them that.
Well, not over the last month, we've been fairly inconsistent.
Things happen. I just realized I'm wearing white against a white background. That's rough.
Well, I thought you were about to say we're both white, and we're consistent in that sense. We are very white.
My tan is pretty good. My tan and bruises are pretty dark. So
nice. I like that. I'm pretty
anyways,
tan.
yes. Yeah. You go outside.
I do go outside, enjoy the out of doors, as they say.
Yeah. Sexy shirt. A little over the top. Speaking of over the top, too much important to the film? Unsure.
Well, how did you feel about, let's say, the first half of this movie?
The Bill Pullman part.
Yeah.
How did I feel? I was intrigued.
Okay.
I didn't know where they were going with this, obviously. It was kind of like a mystery.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hate it. I liked where they were going.
Okay.
Oh, he cut up some woman?
Oopsie. I found...
It gave me like Shawshank. Like when they got into jail, it's like, oh, are they filming in Shawshank? Excuse me. I think our delay is much less now.
That's great. We're doing great. If we power through it, it shall prevail.
Mango.
Don't suck on your snake on camera. What's wrong with you? I found the first half of the movie a little boring myself.
Mm.
That's just me. Yeah, I thought it was a strange... I mean, the tone of the film definitely changed halfway through. A bit. I mean, not a ton. But I just felt like things... The interesting part, most of all, was when, he went into jail, Bill Pullman, and he came out a different man. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. What exactly has happened here? Then I started to get into it, and then I'm like, Patricia Arquette, who is she? Is she pretending to be someone else, or are we in a different reality and she is someone else? That was all interesting. I'm just not so sure that the front half and the second half came together for me.
Okay. I didn't like Balthazar. I didn't like him as an actor, so that kind of took me out of it a little bit. Mm-hmm. And I don't think I liked his story with like the Mr. Eddie stuff and don't be making out with my mistress. I did like, however, um, the rant that Mr. Eddie went on when he crashed into that guy.
Yes.
Ridiculous.
That was really good. Yes.
Apparently,
He really doesn't like tailgaters.
It was based off of I guess maybe it was for Blue Velvet. He was the actor was up for the role, but David Lynch didn't cast him, so he yelled at David Lynch, and that was kind of based off that.
Oh.
I don't know if it was Blue Velvet. It was for a film he did. But no, I don't. Maybe I like the first half better than the second half.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I didn't like the Mystery Man guy very much. I thought it was just kind of like, yeah. I mean, as a concept, sure, but I just felt like maybe I just found his character a little annoying and a little silly. I was just kind of like, oh, this guy again? Like, this guy is kind of, I don't like this guy.
I don't think he was real, though. I think he was just a figment of an imagination, or perhaps a part of Bill Pullman's character.
Mm-hmm.
He handled the knife. It was the bad part.
Yeah.
I watched a 10-minute video like an hour ago about the movie, explaining it.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of helped. The fugue state.
Yeah. Fugue state, yeah, like Walter White. Wow. Bless you.
Thanks. People have noises, and that's normal.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to sneeze.
He heard the birds chirping outside, so he's hearing everything. Yeah.
There was no word spoken, just a look given.
What else?
What was I gonna say? What were we talking about before you sneezed?
First half, second half, fugue state. The Mobius thing.
Mm-hmm. I guess what my main problem was that I just like. Sure, there's movies where you have to figure things out. Like Primer is one. I'm sure there's more that we watched that are kind of like that, but this one I just didn't feel like there was quite enough for me to really care about figuring out. And so, like, it just felt like more work than the movie was worth. I mean, I certainly didn't hate the movie, right? It's interesting, it's different. I just, especially with the Mystery Man, I just found him a little annoying. And, yeah, I don't know, just didn't feel worth it to me.
This wasn't a movie that, like, there's a lot of movies we watch with, like, interpretation. Like, the director wants you to interpret it however you want. But I feel like David Lynch, there was a specific right and a wrong on what we were watching. Like, the movie was about this. Confusing, but it was about this specific thing. There's no interpretation. Your interpretation is wrong. I haven't watched enough David Lynch to know if that's how he does it all the time. It was just confusing to me. But it was interesting watch. I went in knowing I was going to be confused and not really understand what I was watching, but that was okay because it's David Lynch, and that's fine.
Yeah, I've seen like a lot of interviews with him where people ask him like, "Oh, so I was wondering, you know, I noticed this about the movie. Is that really what that was representing?" And he never answers. And he also seems to care mostly about, like, I've seen lots of footage of him directing people. He seems just to really care about like creating beautiful images or interesting things to look at or listen to. And I would say he seems to care a little less about presenting you with a cohesive plot, or for there to be something like we're supposed to understand about it. It's just kind of like, here's some shit that's kind of related, and it's supposed to look interesting and be compelling in certain ways.
Yeah, I mean, the shot to the highway, those were cool.
Mm-hmm.
I liked what we were doing there.
Yeah. But I mean, of course,
yeah,
because he does seem to have, he doesn't, it's not like, but that's not all he does, right? Because like Lost Highway, Blue Velvet, Mulholland Drive, Eraserhead, or like maybe not so much Blue Velvet, but it's like just like kind of weird movies where you don't really have to understand what's going on. It's just kind of they're being weird. But he's done movies that are actual real stories, and it's not just about being weird. Like he did Dune, and he did The Straight Story, and he did The Elephant Man, and those aren't, especially like The Elephant Man and Straight Story, those aren't weird at all. It's just like a normal movie.
but are they based off of something?
Yeah, they are both based off something, and Dune obviously based on the book. So
he does normal stuff when it's not him writing it, but when it's him writing it, it's wacky.
Yeah, I still need. I mean, from my understanding too, Inland Empire and Wild at Heart are both. Well, actually, I don't know about Wild at Heart, but I know that Inland Empire is supposed to be pretty weird.
Because that's Wild the third movie of this trilogy.
But
Inland, that's kind of like a drive or a highway.
Yeah, sure. And I still haven't seen the one I just said.
Yeah, Wild at Heart.
Yeah.
I just couldn't stop thinking about Casper every time I saw Bill Pullman on the screen.
Well, that's fair. Yes.
Okay, one more.
They're addictive. I know.
What else? Like it did seem like two different movies. They got kind of normal with the second half. Like, oh, we're a mechanic. Richard Pryor looks awful, by the way. Did not age very well.
Oh, that's probably close.
This was his last film.
Yeah.
But I mean, apparently he had like MS, which is why he was in a wheelchair. But he died of heart attack.
Well, he did so many drugs back in the day. It doesn't surprise me.
A lot of alcohol and tobacco.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like normal, and then it kind of got a little unnormal as his brain started breaking again.
Yeah.
Can watch this second time, I think.
Yeah, that's it too, though. Like, I don't know if there really was a whole lot of stuff like I missed, and I don't think there's a whole lot of stuff that like I learned at the end that I could apply to the beginning. Like, oh, now that I know that this, now I have to rewatch and look for that stuff. Like, I don't think that would have done anything for me.
It was his voice saying Dick Lorenz is dead at the beginning.
Well, yeah. See, I have seen the Welcome to the Basement episode of this movie, so I knew that. At least, I didn't really remember that. I rewatched the episode afterwards. But as soon as I heard him say Dick Laurent is dead, I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's going to be just him saying that to himself. Of course, that is what happened. But then that doesn't make, like, how does that make any sense? Like, okay, so this is like a loop, or I was like, why does
Looper?
You know what I mean? It's just kind of like being weird for the sake of being weird.
Well, it's like the Mobius loop thing.
Right. The thing that your video told you.
Well, no, I read that somewhere. I think I Wikipedia said it too, but so it's just a loop, and then he'll forget that he killed his wife, and then do it all again. Um,
Like
let's say something
Ghost Story, a ghost story.
like a ghost story. That was good.
Yeah.
That was a good film.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 hours. Yeah, I don't know. I've lost it.
Well, I mean, I think we've said a lot. What did you think of? See, that's the thing. That's I would say when I think about like the visuals of this movie, the first half is what I think about way more than the second half, especially or just when like Bill Pullman on this is the main guy. So like the first half and then near the end. Think of the images from then, but I don't think of them through the middle.
Because it seems like more Lynch, like they're darker.
Yeah.
They're like close up. You got the
Yeah.
you got the mystery man, and then the second half is just like it's like we're watching a normal movie. It's like it reminded me of Fear a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Wahlberg and Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah.
Maybe because it's from around that time. But it was like a normal movie, and then until we get to the desert, and then it's not.
Yeah, they start doing it in the desert.
I didn't like the ending. Oops, I said it. There we go. Okay.
But with that, should we get to scores then? Is there anything else you want to say?
I don't think so.
Okay. Let's do it.
Avocado.
Is avocado a fruit? I guess it is.
6 seconds. How did you like the acting?
The acting overall was good, I'd say. Mr. Man was over the top. Obviously, I've said before I don't like him. I didn't like him.
That's his role. His character over the top.
Yeah, I'm trying not to get too involved with that. But I liked Patricia Arquette. She was really good. Bill Pullman was all right. Robert Loggia was good. He was intense. And I didn't mind
Big.
Balthazar or whatever. He was fine. I think I'd give acting a 7.
Giovanni Ribisi's in the film briefly.
Mm-hmm. This is also true.
He's in something else we watched. I can't remember. You give it a 7.
Yeah.
Before we get into acting, there is something that I want to touch on that I kind of glossed over because I was frustrated at our situation, which is now seemingly fixed itself.
Mm-hmm.
As we get, it always just seems to fix itself as we get closer to the end of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
So you bought Sportsnet. You bought Sportsnet just for the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, playoff hockey and basketball is going on. And PWHL as well.
That's Sportsnet?
You can watch it on Sportsnet, yeah.
Okay, that's a whole different thing then. Like, do you get a deal? Because I buy Sportsnet in September, and I pay $200+ for the whole year.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like, do you get like a deal? It was like $20, or did you just pay?
Yeah,
like,
it was just like through Amazon. You can just like pay for a Sportsnet subscription, and I think it was $30 for a month or something.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, it's not like some special deal, but it's like I want to watch the Stanley Cup finals and playoffs. So
gotcha.
And I was trying my hardest to find like a stream to watch it, and it was not working. So
yeah, it's much easier just to pay the money. I mean, look, I'm the first guy to steal movies from the internet. I'll say that right now. That's how I watched this film. But stealing hockey is a whole other thing. I'd rather pay money just to watch.
Yeah, I got him. I got him. He's right here.
It's much easier, you know.
Okay.
You're just having a chill night. You see Montreal is winning. You're like, oh, let's watch the game. You think women should play hockey?
Of course.
Acting. I didn't like acting as much as you did.
Okay.
Maybe it was the lighting or the smoke, but everybody just seemed like over the top in there. Like Bill Pullman was just smoking, just so serious, and then I don't know. Patricia Arquette was doing her own thing. Logia was doing his own like wild. I don't know. I didn't like acting. 5 out of 10 for me.
Okay. Well, fair enough.
The ending. Didn't like the ending. It was. I don't know what it was. Where does the ending even start? Perhaps the lovemaking scene in the desert. Do you agree? Before or after?
I will say there certainly was a lot of naked Patricia Arquette in this movie.
Yeah. If we go, okay, ending probably starts when Bill Pullman comes back.
Okay.
And like he just goes on like a rampage, killing the old man, and then going back to the like it seemed, I could probably say this a lot, but it seemed underwhelming for a film like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, I did like him. I did like how it ended up, him driving on this freaking road. Great. But how we got there wasn't a big fan.
Profanity.
I apologize. Wasn't a big fan of it. What could have happened differently? I don't know. But 5 out of 10 for ending for me.
Yeah, I would say I'm also wasn't thrilled with the ending. And yeah, it was a little underwhelming. And it's like, it's kind of like, check out how smart I am. The beginning circles back to the end. Isn't that crazy? I did like, it reminded me of the title sequence with like that road, the yellow lines wishing by, and like the sound of the just like, you know, I liked the opening credits, and then it kind of went back to that at the end. I liked that image, so I guess that had that going for it. But yeah, a little underwhelming and a little, yeah, cheap ending maybe you'd say. So I'd agree with you. I'd say 5 out of 10.
Yeah, how do you like the film overall out of 10? Don't say 7.
7 out of 10 is how much I liked this movie. I would say not Lynch's best. It is a David Lynch movie. I think he knows how to make interesting movies. Certainly half of this movie for me was quite interesting. The other half a little slow, but not like it was unwatchable. Just like a different pace. And yeah, like you said, there was like the beginning was more about like images and sort of mystery, and the second half was more like a normal movie. So I guess that was interesting in a way. So yeah, there's some stuff to be interested about, but nothing it didn't blow my mind. So I'll give it a 7 out of
10. Mulholland Drive was episode 51, by the way.
What did I give Mulholland Drive? Like an 8?
You gave it a 7.
I gave it a 7.
Yep, and I gave it a 6.5.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen Mulholland Drive, but instinctively I would have said Mulholland Drive is definitely better than this movie.
It was 16 episodes ago, so.
I just don't remember it.
The person who reached out to us on Twitch in regards to, I don't know, reaching out for some reason. I can't remember. They've followed us. We have a new follower. New follower alert. Follower
Well,
of the
if
week.
it's the scam follower, thank you very much.
They could be real. Who knows? Thank you so much. I mean, they're not watching anymore. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 for the film. I didn't like the acting. The story, although confusing, I did kind of understand it after watching a video helping me. Is this somebody's favorite movie? I don't think so.
I think it probably is.
Little
People
Lodick,
love
do you
David
think that's
Lynch.
somebody's favorite movie?
Little OT, yeah, probably.
Little Lodick. Yes, I don't know. The story was fine. Like, it was fine. It was a fine movie. 6 out of 10. It was okay.
Okay.
We did it.
Yeah.
We watched it.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to see what David Lynch has for us next.
Yes, I can't wait for that.
He's dead.
Yeah, he's big time dead. All right, shall I pick the movie for us for next time?
No. Why would you do that?
Okay.
It's Victoria Day, right? Mail on Weekend. So
yeah.
It better be a British film.
Okay.
About the Queen, maybe.
Okay, well, let's see. I'm gonna do a random number generator this time. That's not the number.
Okay, 9.
I just want you to see.
Oh, I can't. So
generate. So the movie, it says number 38. So let's look on our little thing.
I'm gonna take your word for it.
And the movie we were watching. Let me just remind myself of what movie this is.
Oh, it's 3.5 hours long.
Why did I put this on here?
I don't know.
Someone must have. It's 2.5 hours long. We're not doing that one. Okay. It doesn't look interesting enough. Boom. 44. We've already done 44. Boom. 26. Okay. This is fitting. We're gonna watch this for sure.
Just pick a movie.
I am. So we go from the Lost Highway. And what's another name you could say maybe for a highway?
Interstate.
Yeah, keep going with that. Don't say interstate, but like another word.
Freeway.
Freeway. That's the movie we're watching. Freeway.
It's just called Freeway?
This is called Freeway.
That is fitting.
Yeah, you mentioned an actress that's in that movie in this episode.
I mentioned an ad. Did I talk about Cher?
Nope.
96 film. Is that Kiefer Sutherland?
Mm-hmm. And?
Oh, Reese Witherspoon.
Reese Witherspoon.
We love a good Dan Hedaya movie.
Dan Hedaya. We are going to be watching Freeway.
The film's plot is a dark take on the fairy tale Little Red Riding Hood.
Mm-hmm.
Name a better duo than Jesse picking mid to late 90s random Reese Witherspoon films.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
You
can't do it. Can't be done.
What's on
Brooke Shields is in it too.
Another Brooke Shields film.
They made a second one, but that one's starring Natasha Lyonne.
Is it called Freeway 2?
Oh, I know how I got here. Because there's a movie called Tiptoes, which is a crazy, ridiculous concept of a movie. That's Patricia Arquette in it. And it's the same director.
It's on Prime, apparently. So that's good.
Awesome.
Easy peasy.
Well, everybody, I had basically the best time I've ever had doing a podcast.
Well, better than last week.
Last week was all right.
And I just want to, for a continue. I gotta make sure this will even work. But for continuity, continuity. I have to read the questions that you answered.
Okay.
Just in case people are watching this. This brand of potato crisps offers a taller version of this can called the Party Stack. Pringles, obviously. Tired of Thompson Seedless? Try cotton candy, a variety of this fruit that tastes like the carnival treat. Grapes. Never heard of it. Maybe it's an American thing. And then today's question in snack break. Sound off this crunchy corn snack. It's named for a brass instrument. A bugle. Never played a bugle. Wouldn't even know what one looked like.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That's for all you hardcore trivia listeners that didn't get to hear it earlier and just heard my answers.
Yeah. And thank you to our new follower and our old follower, wherever he is.
Thank you very much, everyone. Follow during the live stream to be shouted out in each episode. And you may become famous.
Ridiculed, apparently. We did try to go pretty hard on them.
Yeah, fuck that guy. All right. Thanks, everyone, very much for listening. We appreciate your patronage.
What? 168 coming up. Freeways.